Hello everyone, so welcome back to my channel Intelligent Learners. In this video we are going to talk about the iteration, right? Iteration is a mathematical process. It's a repetitive process actually, where we are finding out the values of the variable, and these values of the variable are dependent upon the previous solution that we have already find it. Let's say we have to work out for the value of x3. So the value of x3 is dependent upon x2. Let's say we have to work out for the value of x5, right? So it depends upon the value of x4 dependent upon x3, and so on, right? So it's a repetitive process, right? Like we are finding out the HCF by the algorithm method, right? So that's that. So yeah, let's have a discussion about this method. It's a very small topic. Next we have the upper bound and the lower bound related to that only, that we will learn in the next video, right? So let's start with the video, everyone. Process where we are finding out the current solution. To find out the current solution, we have the previous solution. So basically using the previous solution, we are working out for the current solution or for the next solution, right? So we can write the current solution also for the next solution. So let's say if the previous solution is x1, so next we have to working out for x2, means x2 is dependent upon x1, or x3 is dependent upon x2, right? So this is that. So iteration is that. It's a repetitive process. So it's a repetitive process, and it's a mathematical process, right? So where we are using the equations, the different equations, right? Now please understand one thing. Let's take an example. So before that, using an example, I will tell you what is the general formula that we have for the iteration. So the general formula that we have for the equation, for the iteration, that we have x of n plus 1, that is equals to x of n plus 1, right? So this formula is a iteration formula. How it works? So here if you will see, this is n is a whole number. N is a whole number, and you know that whole number starts from 0. It starts from 0. So if I put as n is equals to 0, then we know that if I put 0 here, so 0 plus 1 is 1, and n if we have put 0 plus 1, means the value of x1 is dependent upon x naught. If I have x naught in maximum question, uh, in mostly all of the question, you will have the value of x naught. It could be negative, positive, fraction, could be any number. So let's say if x naught is 2, so we know that x1 is equals to 2 plus 1, that is equals to 3. So I got the value of x3, which is x1 as 3. Now if I will put n as equals to 1, so here I will put in the general formula only. So x is what? N plus 1, n is 2, n is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, x1 plus 1. So x1 is what? 3, 3 plus 1. So x2 value is equals to 4. Okay. So see, on x0, x1 is dependent. On x1, x2 is dependent. So every current solution or the next solution is dependent upon the previous solution, right? So it's a repetitive process, means we have to working out for the next using the previous. So it's a repetitive process, right? Now this is the general formula for the iteration. Now let's take an example. For example, let's say we have this iteration, we have this equation, right? Now you will say that how this works. So for example, let's say x naught value is not given to us. So let's say x naught value is, let's say, 2 only. Okay, you can take negative value also, but it is given in the question only, so you don't have to take it. How we will use this equation, because we have to make the value. See, what I show you, in the general formula, that x of n plus 1 is in the left hand side. So I want x of n plus 1 in the left hand side. So how will make it? So we know that this is x cube minus 2x minus 3 is equals to 0. We have to, for the highest degree, we have to leave alone that x. So we know that this is x with the exponent 3. So I have to take it to the left hand side only. So what I will do, I will just remove these two portion. I know that minus 2x is negative here. To remove this minus 2x, I have to add plus 2x, and even this minus 3 I have to remove. I have to add 3. So what I will do, I will add 2x and 3 here, right? So it is already removed now. Now this is cube. When cube change its side, it becomes cube root. It becomes cube root, right? Now what I will do here, I will put this x as n plus 1, and this x as xn, right? This x as xn, right? Now I will start doing the same thing. What I will do, first I will put n as 0. So when I put n as 0, it will become 0 plus 1 is 1. Cube root of 2 into x, n is 0, 0 plus 3. And I know that the value of x naught is what? It's 2. So 2 times value of x naught is 2 plus 3. So it's 4 plus 3, which is 7. So it's this one, right? So cube root 7. The value of x1 is coming as cube root 7. Now, if I will put, let me take a very different value of x naught so that it will be easy for you to understand. It will be confusing, right? So cube root 27 I want now. So what I will do, I will take the value as 3 I want. So it's 27 I want. So 3, I need 24. So I will take x naught as 12. Let's say 12. Okay. So if I'll put extra 12, so it becomes 24. 24 plus 3 is 27. So 27 cube root is what? It is 27 cube root. So cube root of 27 is 3. Right? X1 is 3. Now, again, what I will do, I will put n is equals to 1. So when I put n is equals to 1, when I put n is equals to 1, here, so it gives me 1 plus 1 is 2, that is equals to cube root of 2 into x1 plus 3. Now I know that cube root of 2 into x1 is what? 3 plus 3. So it gives me 6 plus 9. 6 plus 3, which is 9. So cube root 9. So cube root 9, it's difficult to find out. So please find out the decimal value, something. Okay. Some decimal value you will get. So it is, I think, 2.01 or 2.01 or 2.02 or 2. Let's say 2.1 only. Okay, we can take, right? So x1, x2 value I got as 2.1. Similarly, what I will do, now I will put n is equals to 3, n is equals to 2. So 0 works out, 1 works out, now n is equals to 2. So when I put in the general formula, so 2 plus 1 is what? 3. That is equals to cube root of 2 times, what is n? I have taken 2 plus 3. So cube root of 2 multiply, what is x2? 2.1 plus 3. So cube root of 2.1 multiply 2, which is 4.2, 4.2 plus 3 and 7.2, right? So it is less than 8. So it's, let's say, 1.9, something like that. Not 1.9, 1.6 we can take. So cube root of 7.2, use the calculator. So I'm using I'm just using my mind only. So it's near about 1.6 or 1.7, something like that. So if you will see, cube root, if you are watching, what is the value of x naught? It's 12. Then x1 I got as 3, x1. Then x2 I got as 2.1. x3 I got as 1.6. Means value is decreasing. Means every next solution is dependent on the previous and it is also decreasing. So this is how you can find out the next solution using the current one. So every time you just have to, with the given equation only, you have to work out for the so general formula first, and then you have to put it in that, right? And x naught value is always given to you in the question. So this is the iteration, everyone.